I mean, it's fine if he's walking around. That's totally fine. Just listen for the garage or the garage door. All right. So what I was showing everybody, huh? Maybe just a little bit. No, it doesn't have to be turned down that much. So what I was showing everybody on Monday on KV4 is ways to create landing pages and then
Mhm.
examples on how to use those with the people that you already have in your KV4 system. So landing pages are part of Lead Engine. And so you're going to build an actual landing page. So you go from Lead Engine over to build a landing page. Let
Okay.
me do something. Hang on a second. Let me stop sharing a second because I want to disable the waiting room so that way anybody that's coming in. Okay. All right. Now let me share. All right, so this is what a landing page looks like. So a landing page differs from a squeeze page in this sense. You
Mhm.
go here, you find value, but you don't have to register unless you want to. So you still get all the information that's on there. Um, from the top of the landing page, there's a couple different things that you can do. Number one, these are the different types. So right here, if I click this arrow down button, I can see all the different types of landing pages. The one that I would say would probably mostly use would be lead generation. And the reason why is because it allows you to capture their email and their phone number if they want to
Okay.
register. The only other one that I would use, and it would probably be few and far between, would be a video and lead. So it's going to do the exact same thing, requesting their email and cell phone number. But now I can actually add a video if I wanted to. But we're going to stay with lead gen for the most part.
Okay.
Right here is the hashtag. You don't have to put a hashtag on there, but what
Mhm.
it's going to do is it's going to categorize anyone who comes into your system and it could kickstart a campaign. Um, the submit button text is the white text on top of this orange button. And then the URL after they log in is where will they go once they click on that button. If you don't put anything in there, they go straight to your IDX website. So that's where it would go if there's nothing there. If I click this little box right here, it's going to make it where their cell phone is not optional. It's actually required. Right here is their background. Right now we have this lady. If we don't want her on there, we have other choices. So it could be the exterior of the house, the kitchen, the villa, the farmhouse. You can pick whatever you want. I don't know what happy is. Oh, yes, they do look happy. Maybe we're going to do the second kitchen or whatever picture that you want. If you want to add a custom picture, you can do that. So right here, it says Jackson, Jackson. Thank you. It says that you can add a custom picture, but you have to have a URL. So what you do to get the URL is you go to KV Core, Web, and IDX. Then you're going to go to website blog and you are going to add a post. You're not actually creating a website or a blog post. You're just using this. So right here we have our insert an image. So I can upload any image from my computer that I've saved. So we'll go ahead and we'll use this one. Now, once I hit save, it's going to give me what's called a source code. That's the URL that's needed to be able to put on that custom background. So now I go back to custom background and I can paste in that URL and now my background's changed. So if I wanted to make a custom background on here, I can. Next to the custom background is the lead type. You don't have to put anything on there, but if you're making this specific, excuse me, for list or for buyers, then you just say, okay, this is for buyers. And the people who click on here are going to be buying a home. This is for sellers. So the people who click on here are going to be selling their house. Renters, agents, vendors, or maybe you don't want them to come in any form or fashion, then that's fine. Now, all of this stuff who's on here, this EXP logo, this your town real estate deals, this part, all of these things I can make go away, or I can make changes. So right here I have the EXP logo. If it is real estate related, you need to keep the logo on there because it keeps you in compliance. If I click on it twice, the computer is going to remind me that this needs to stay there. So if I'm okay to continue and I want to make it go away, I hit okay. If I'm like, oh, that's right, I can't make that go away, I'm going to hit cancel. Right here where I have the your town is real estate deals. I can actually, if I want this to go down a little bit, I can hit enter. If I want to move it over to say the right side, so that way it's a little bit over there, I can. I can also copy it and change it up. So I'm going to give you all, I'm going to give the example of a just sold house. So just sold, oops, alert. So I'm going to have this go back to the center. All right. And then right here is where I'm going to give some information about this house that just sold. Okay. So everybody on our team, I think, unless you're brand spanking new, has your neighborhood information uploaded into your KV Core. The reason why I know that is because I did it. So what you could do is you don't want to give the address of the home, but you want to tell them about the home. Okay. So you could say like a stunning 5-bedroom, 3-bath, 2897 square feet with a pool. Okay. Maybe over here, I'm going to say the listing information. Okay. Now, does it have to have been sold by you or someone on our team or brokerage to be able to give this information? No, you just have to disclose who it was listed by. So I'm going to make one of these little, for whatever little information blocks is going to be about the listing information. So I'm going to say it was listed on, and I'm going to give the date. So maybe it was listed on the beginning. Well, we'll do the beginning of August. Okay. And then we're going to say, sold on November 23rd, 2022. Listed by, and then it's going to have the brokerage. So like if it was a Keller Williams, I'm going to put Keller Williams. He's fine out there. If it was HomeSmart, Century 21, whatever, I have to give who the brokerage was. If it was sold and listed by eXp Realty, then I can just say listed by eXp Realty. Is he using the bathroom? That's what I figured. Okay, over here, I could give some more information about the house. So I could say recent upgrades to this home. Now, how am I going to know that information? Well, because I'm going to look at the pictures. Okay, I'm going to look at the notes. Jackson, shut the door. And see what's all on there. So I could say, you know, a partial kitchen remodel. I could say that it was, let's see, new paint, new carpet in bedrooms. So whatever information that I can give to them, okay? If I want these to go away, I just click twice and they can go away, or I could add 4 different things. I'm going to probably give the least amount because when they open this up, I want them to be right here. I don't want them to have to scroll. Obviously, I want their phone number. The submit button text is going to say, what did this home sell for? When they click that button, it can't go anywhere. I can't take them to a squeeze page, a single property squeeze page, because this house is already sold. So I'm going to leave that URL blank so that way they can go to my website and start searching properties. And then in the hashtag, I'm going to put what the address was for the house. Okay. So let's say that this house was 367 East Doe Road. Okay. All right. Now I'm finished. I'm going to hit save. I'm going to copy this just because I want to keep that handy. It says, are you sure? Because you can't go back and make changes. Yep, I'm sure. Now I'm going to go back to KV Core. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go to marketing and smart campaigns. I'm going to make a template that's a text message that is that hashtag, text 1. I'm going to hit shift and the bracket key, and now I can choose that lead's name. So that way this will go out to them all on its own, and it'll be like it's going to that one person. Then I'm going to say the home at 367 East Doe Road sold for $525,000. What do you think about this price? Now, I'm asking a question, one, because I want them to engage in a conversation. I want them to tell me, what do they think about that price? Do they think it's a great price? Do they think it's too high? Do they think it's too low? Are they like, why did it sell for that much? Like, I thought it would have sold for more than that. Okay. So I'm going to say, what do you think about this price? And that's it. I'm going to add that template. Then I'm going to create another text template. That again, I'm going to say their name. Do you know anyone who is looking to move into our neighborhood? Okay. Again, I'm just asking them a question. Now on this one, I am going to put my name because I want them to know this is coming from me. I'm also going to give them my cell phone number. Someone asked me one time, why? Well, because one, I want them to call me. And two, if they do have someone who wants to move into the neighborhood, I want them to have a phone number that they can give to that person. So I'm going to click add a template. Then I'm going to add another template, which is a text. So a task is just when the computer tells me to do something. Oops. And this is the task 1. And this task is going to be to call the client. I need to call them. I need to find out more information. Why did they click on it? Were they just being nosy, or do they really know someone, or are they looking to buy another house? Now I'm going to make the campaign. So I add a campaign. When you create a campaign, you have to tell the computer when to start it and who to send it to. So I'm going to send it, and it's going to start with this hashtag. So what that means is when someone clicks on that link on my landing page, because the hashtag's in there, it's going to trigger this campaign. Chris or Haley, can you answer Chris? Then I'm going to hit next. These are for buyers. Here's the hashtag, and I'm going to say landing page just sold. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to find that landing page down here, and the numbers come first. And now those 2 text messages and the 1 task, I need to find and put them in here. I'm going to have to name them. So this is the first text. It's going to go from me to that person, and I want it to go immediately. So the moment they click the button, I want them to get a text message from me. The second one, again, I have to name it just text 2, second one, from me to them. I'm going to have this run on day 3. So I'm going to hit save. Now I'm going to make that task in here. So that task, and I just have to name it task. And I want to call them on day 4. Because remember, they clicked on the listing. So I want to see, you know, hey, Jackie, your neighbor, your friend, whatever. I just wanted to follow up. Like, do you know someone who, or, you know, why did you click on the link? I mean, I'm not going to say it that way, but I want to know, why did they click on? Were they just being nosy neighbors? Probably, and that's fine. So the only last thing I have to do is make sure that I have my campaign active. So that way, when I do post that landing page on whatever social media site, if I'm going to send it out to people, if I'm going to put it on a QR code and then door knock and send it to people. So I have this landing page right here, right? This was that just sold. What do I do with it? I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go to Facebook. I'm going to put it on my Facebook and I'm going to say, are you looking to move to Sungroves? Check out the link below to see the recently sold home. Here's my landing page. Remember, I changed my custom background, so that custom background shows up. Then I just take this part out and hit post and it'll be posted. I also, like I said, I may want to send this out to people who are in my database. Okay. So maybe I want to see like, hey, who's going to get active? So I'm going to go to my smart CRM. If you have your neighborhood in, which I know Alice does, or Lantha, I'll have to get yours and get that information over to you and put it into your CRM. But basically, your people are assigned with a hashtag for the name of your neighborhood. So when I filter them, I can filter out all the people who are Sungroves. I'm going to apply that filter. And there they all are. There's going to be 8 pages of them. Now, that's a lot of pages. Okay. I also have them up here because I have what's called a saved filter. So I just saved the filter and put it up there so that way it's easier to grab. But what I want to do is I want to create a scheduled mass email to all these people in my system that live in the neighborhood. Okay. So I'm going to go to all marketing. I'm going to go to schedule a mass email. I'm going to hit schedule mass email. And I'm going to use all of the ones who have the hashtag Sungroves. Okay. Now in the subject line, I'm going to say, check out the recently sold home in Sungroves. Okay, right here, I'm going to use a merge tag and it's right here under the sun. So I'm going to use their full name. Below is a link to view the most recently sold home in Sungroves. I know you may not be in the market to sell or buy, but I wanted to share relevant information about our neighborhood. If you would like to, if you have any questions or know anyone who is looking to move to Sungroves, please share my information and I will gladly help them in any way I can. Okay. Now, see this little button right here where it says link? Well, it doesn't really say link. It's just like chain links. You click that. I'm going to put in that URL for that landing page. And notice how it shows right here, that text. I don't want to do that. I'm going to write just sold alert. Save. And there's the link. So that's the link that they click. Then I'm going to go down here and make sure that my signature is on that email. Now, when you schedule these, it looks like it's 3 hours off. It's not. all of them, the times are all Eastern time. Okay. So like it says 8:30 when really it's 5:30. Like it's not even 5:30 here yet. So you can go ahead and hit that schedule. And what it'll do is it'll schedule to send out this email. So right now I see that it's in my queue. It's going to send it out to almost 1,800 people. If I need to make a change, I click edit and I can change out that email. If I decide I don't want to send it, then I click this X and it says, are you sure you want to delete it? And I can say, yes, I do, or no, I don't. No, meaning I don't delete it. Yes, meaning do delete it. So I'm going to delete that just in case I forget. All right, so your landing pages, you can put them on social media. You can also send them out as a scheduled email to all of the people in your database. The last way that you can use them that I want to show you is inside of Canva. So let's say that you're going to go and you're going to door knock in a neighborhood and let them know what was recently sold. You can actually take any type of picture, doesn't matter which one it is. Okay. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to delete that hashtag or that QR code. So I'm going to say this 5-bedroom, 3-bath home just sold in Sungroves. Scan the QR code below for the information. Okay. Now I'm going to go over here to QR code. If I don't have it on the left-hand side, it's right here under these 3 dots that say more. I'm going to paste it, generate that code. And now if you all will do me a favor, if you actually put your phone, like you're going to take a picture of that QR code, don't register, because you don't have to register. But when I scan it, it takes me directly to that landing page. So I could ask a title company or somebody, a lender, if they could make me 100 copies of this, which it wouldn't be that expensive at all. And then I could go and I could door knock and be like, hey, my name's Jackie. I live in the neighborhood. I just want to give you some information about the home that sold down the street. Here you go. And then keep walking. Oh, don't you want to talk to me? I mean, I can, but I was just providing you some value. If they're not there, I usually bring a thing of painter's tape. I don't want to use any kind of tape, but painter's tape. And then I might, I'll tape the paper on their garage door. I don't tape it on their front door because 1, it's hot. It can melt and make a mess. And I don't want to do that. They're not going to like me. I also know that a lot of people don't go in their front door. So I'm probably going to get more people seeing this paper if I put it on the garage. I would also include my information down here. So I wouldn't just have like the QR code. I would have my information on there as well. But that is landing pages in a nutshell. And that's one way or one type of landing page that you can create and 3 different ways to implement it to get the word out. And that was in 30 minutes. I'm getting good.
That's cool.
Yes.
Yeah. And the good thing is like you can go back when it's recorded like this, you go back and then you repeat like 5 times if you didn't get it, and it's very
Exactly.
helpful. Yeah.
Exactly. Orlantha, I know you were a little bit late jumping on, which is totally fine. Don't worry about that at all. Because usually I'm late to start it. But what I'll do is I'll put this on the our RD team Facebook page. It's our closed one, and that way you can watch it from the beginning.
Okay, that'll be great. Sorry, I'm at work right now, but thank you for doing
you are
that.
totally fine. No, you're totally fine. And if you get a chance, you don't have to do it today, but at some point, send me. Do you have your neighborhood data?
No.
Okay, send me the name of your neighborhood and I will send the request over to Anna. And then once I get it, I'll put it on a file. Oh my gosh, this dog. I'll put it on a file and get it uploaded into your KV Core so that way you can start using it.
Okay, I'll do that.
All right. Well, you all have a lovely night and I will see you next week if I don't see you before then.
Where will this video be posted?
So we have, I think you're on it. It's the Facebook group and it says
the Facebook group. Okay.
The D team. Okay. Yeah. We always put it on there so that way it's private.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
Thank you.
All
All
right.
right.
Thank you, Jackie.
Bye, guys.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.